Wall Street analysts have coined a new term called the taco trade. They're saying Trump always chickens out on your tariff threats, and that's why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
Chicken out.
I chicken out, I never heard that. You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number because
Yes.
I gave the European Union a 50% tax tariff,
Yes.
and they called up and they said, please, let's meet right now. We had a country people didn't think it was going to survive, and you ask a nasty question like that.
Why markets are higher this week. What's your response to that?
I kick out?
Chicken out.
Yeah, kick out.
I chicken out, I never heard that. You mean because I reduced China from 145% that I set down to 100 and then down to another number?
Yes.
Because I gave the European Union a 50% tax tariff, and they called up and they said, please, let's meet right now. We had a country people didn't think it was going to survive, and you ask a nasty question like that.
Well, sir, it's not a nasty question. It's a question as to why no one invested in markets really believe your tariffs mean anything. Because they don't. Because you change them on a whim and never really fully explained the need to have them in the first place. And it seems like you're the one going in begging these countries to make deals. It's not the other way around. So why the changing of deadlines and pauses and numbers on arbitrary numbers on tariffs without ever fully explaining the reason the tariff issue was an issue to begin with? That is a good question. I'm sorry, it's not a nasty question. Been all over the place with these damn tariffs. It's caused a huge up and down on the market, and it's just your buddies know when you're going to make the seemingly arbitrary decisions on a whim to make changes. So you're messing with the international market. The GDP has shrunk this quarter, last quarter, which is horrible, and countries just don't really trust us or can rely on us as the mainstay that we once were. And now I see people going around and insulting President Reagan about his trade doctrine. Well, he was a free trade guy, but he believed in tariffs, very specific targeted tariffs at used strategically. But those were problems of 40 years ago, and it's just you're not out of your mindset that it doesn't exist now is something that you have to address. Tariff is not an issue. We want to sell to the world, and we want to buy from the world. We want to find the best products where they're being sold, and we want to make them. The issues as far as manufacturers going overseas to make things and then sell them back here is because you didn't do more to work on wages. Here, we haven't done enough. There's labor problems, but as far as being consumer goods, selective tariffs, perhaps, such as the CHIPS Act, was a judicious use of it. But the idea of heavy tariffs all over the world and arbitrary tariffs, not to mention the fact that last week the King of England gave a speech telling how England and Canada are now in solidarity against the threat of the United States. Now, that fact that could happen in your first 100 days, I gotta give it to you, man. That is something that I couldn't see happening in a million years. All right, sir. Well, as always, F Maga. And the Constitution still says you can't get elected more than twice. If Trump thinks he can go over the smart the Constitution somehow and try to run for a third term, it's pretty unambiguous that he can't. So the end of MAGA is a lot closer now than it was to the beginning. This whole thing that began 10 years ago is now on a countdown to wrapping up. So we got to keep fighting and keep being a resistance before some of these laws become forgotten or buried or normalized, and we come out of this not being who we are. Okay, that's the show for today, and please like and subscribe to Late Night Baltimore. We really need your support, and we're trying to work on getting our technology better, sound and visuals. All right, everyone. Question of the day is Mission Impossible. If it's so impossible, why have there been so many movies and TV shows about it? All right, that was an easy one. Again, everybody have a great weekend. Keep fighting. And as always, F Maga. All right. Also, I want to address something I saw on the banner by Kyle Kuhn, the columnist. He's talking about how M&T Bank is really up in the game, making quality changes to the stadium with this money that they've been given from the state. Well, yes, that's true. It is a great game day experience for a Ravens fan. I went to a game last year and it was awesome. They have video screens now everywhere. The music is great. The sound is perfect. It is a great game day experience. But this Kyle Kuhn was talking about M&T Bank should have ambitions for maybe a Super Bowl or something. Well, come on, let's be real. That place, it's still a beautiful tool shed built around a magnificent field. It is the most magnificent field in the NFL as seen from the stadium, as far as I've ever seen. But it ain't no place for no Super Bowl, I can tell you that. All right. Everybody have a great day. Like and subscribe, comment as you will, and goodbye.